Welcome to online chemistry class. My name is Sharat Panchagalli and today I am going to discuss about the phenols. In my previous video I have discussed about the introduction of phenols, nomenclature of phenols and classification of phenols. In this video I am going to discuss mostly about the preparation of phenols. So I am going to discuss few methods of preparation of phenols. So we'll start that one. So first method involves chlorobenzene as the starting material. So chlorobenzene, so this is the structure for the chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene when treated with the NaOH, sodium hydroxide, at high temperature, that is 350 degrees Celsius, and high pressure, that is 300 atmosphere, undergoes nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this Cl group will be replaced by the OH. So we are expecting phenol in this reaction, but as there is basic medium, there will be formation of salt of phenol. So we'll get the sodium phenoxide as the final product, that is also known as the sodium phenolate. Similarly, there will be formation of sodium chloride also. Now this sodium salt of phenol when treated with the dilute acid, for example dilute hydrochloric acid, this salt will convert into free phenol. So we'll get the phenol as the final product. So this method was invented in the Dow Chemical International Private Limited, that is nowadays referred as the Dow process. So this involves treatment of chlorobenzene with sodium hydroxide at high temperature and high pressure. Initially that gives sodium salt of phenol. That sodium salt of phenol when treated with the dilute hydrochloric acid gives phenol. So this is the Dow's process for the preparation of phenol. Now we'll see the second method. Second method involves aromatic sulfonic acid as the starting material. So we'll take one example of aromatic sulfonic acid. So simple one is the benzene sulfonic acid. So this benzene sulfonic acid when treated with the sodium hydroxide undergoes acid base reaction. This benzene sulfonic acid is acidic in nature and this sodium hydroxide is base. So there will be acid base reaction. So there will be formation of salt of benzene sulfonic acid, sodium salt of benzene sulfonic acid, that is known as the sodium benzene sulfonate, and there will be formation of water also. Now this sodium salt of benzene sulfonic acid, that is nothing but the sodium benzene sulfonate, when heated with solid sodium hydroxide at 300 degrees Celsius, undergoes fusion and there will be formation of sodium salt of phenol. So we will get sodium salt of phenol as the product. So that is nothing but the sodium phenolate or sodium phenoxide. Now this sodium phenoxide when treated with the dilute acid, for example dilute hydrochloric acid, this salt will convert into free phenol. So we'll get the phenol. So for the preparation of phenol, the starting material was benzene sulfonic acid, that involves 3 steps. So once again we will revise that one. So initially we have taken the aromatic sulfonic acid. Aromatic sulfonic acid when treated with the sodium hydroxide gives sodium salt of aromatic sulfonic acid. That sodium salt of aromatic sulfonic acid when heated with the solid sodium hydroxide at 300 degrees Celsius undergoes fusion and gives sodium salt of phenol. Now in the third step, this sodium salt of phenol treated with the dilute acid and gives phenol. Similarly, using this method, one can prepare the other phenol also. So here we are going to prepare the resorcinol using this method. So for preparation of resorcinol, the starting material is benzene 1,3-disulfonic acid. So benzene 1,3-disulfonic acid, when treated with the sodium hydroxide, there will be acid base reaction and there is formation of sodium salt of benzene 1,3-disulfonic acid, that is nothing but the sodium benzene 1,3-disulfonate. Obviously there will be formation of water also. Now this salt of benzene 1,3-disulfonic acid, when heated with the solid sodium hydroxide at 300 degrees Celsius, gives sodium salt of resorcinol. So we get the sodium salt of resorcinol. Now this sodium salt of resorcinol, when treated with the dilute acid, for example dilute hydrochloric acid, converts into free phenol and will get the resorcinol as the final product. So here also we are having the 3 steps. So for preparation of resorcinol, we have taken the benzene 1,3-disulfonic acid as the starting material. Initially that converted into its sodium salt. That sodium salt, when fused with the solid sodium hydroxide, gives sodium salt of resorcinol. That sodium salt of resorcinol, when treated with the dilute hydrochloric acid, gives resorcinol. So using this method, one can prepare the alpha-naphthol also. For preparation of alpha-naphthol, the starting material will be the naphthalene 1-sulfonic acid. So naphthalene 1-sulfonic acid, when treated with the NaOH, sodium hydroxide, there will be acid-base reaction and there will be formation of sodium salt of naphthalene 1-sulfonic acid and water. So acid-base reaction will give the salt and water. Now this sodium salt of naphthalene 1-sulfonic acid, when fused with the solid sodium hydroxide at 300 degrees Celsius. So when these two solids heated at 300 degrees Celsius undergoes fusion, and there will be formation of sodium salt of alpha-naphthol. So we'll get the sodium salt of alpha-naphthol as the product in second step. Now this sodium salt of alpha-naphthol, when treated with the dilute hydrochloric acid, converts into free phenol, that is nothing but the alpha-naphthol. So for preparation of alpha-naphthol, we have used naphthalene 1-sulfonic acid as the starting material. Similarly, using the naphthalene 2-sulfonic acid, one can prepare the beta-naphthol. So naphthalene 2-sulfonic acid, when treated with the dilute sodium hydroxide, there will be acid-base reaction and there will be formation of sodium salt of naphthalene 2-sulfonic acid and water. Now this sodium salt of naphthalene 2-sulfonic acid, when fused with the solid sodium hydroxide at 300 degrees Celsius, undergoes fusion and gives sodium salt of beta-naphthol. So we will get the sodium salt of beta-naphthol as the product of second step. Now this sodium salt of beta-naphthol, when treated with the dilute hydrochloric acid, this salt will convert into free phenol and will get the beta-naphthol as the final product. So for the preparation of beta-naphthol, we have used naphthalene 2-sulfonic acid as the product. Now in these methods, in the starting material there was sulfonic group that was replaced by the OH. So aromatic sulfonic acid can be easily converted into the corresponding phenols. Now we'll discuss about the third method, that involves cumene or isobutyl benzene as the starting material. So cumene is nothing but the isopropyl benzene. So cumene, when treated with the air contains the oxygen, there will be oxidation. So oxidation is happening in presence of cobalt naphthenate as the catalyst at 150 degrees Celsius. So we are heating cumene with air in presence of cobalt naphthenate at 150 degrees Celsius. So there will be insertion of two oxygens in between the carbon hydrogen bond, and will get such type of oxidation product, that is nothing but the cumene hydroperoxide. So we'll get the oxidation product in the first step, that is nothing but the cumene hydroperoxide. So this cumene hydroperoxide, when heated with the dilute sulfuric acid, there will be degradation. So we'll see how the degradation is happening. So when cumene hydroperoxide heated with the dilute sulfuric acid at 150 degrees Celsius undergoes degradation. So this blue color highlighted part will come out as the acetone. So that will give the acetone, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. Now this OH will be forming bond with this aromatic ring. So that is nothing but the phenol. So cumene hydroperoxide, when heated with the dilute sulfuric acid, undergoes degradation and gives the phenol and acetone. Similarly, instead of cumene, if we use the isobutyl benzene. So isobutyl benzene, when heated with the air in presence of cobalt naphthenate as the catalyst at 150 degrees Celsius, undergoes oxidation. So this oxygen will be inserted in between the carbon hydrogen bond and will get isobutyl benzene hydroperoxide as the product of first step. Now this isobutyl benzene hydroperoxide, when heated with the dilute sulfuric acid, undergoes degradation. So there will be degradation of isobutyl benzene hydroperoxide. So the blue color highlighted part will come out as 2-butanone, that is nothing but the ethyl methyl ketone, CH3 CH2 C double bond O, CH3, that is nothing but the 2-butanone, that is also known as the ethyl methyl ketone. Now this OH will be forming bond with this aromatic ring and will get the phenol as the final product. Thank you.